Chapter 3, Making Positive Life Change. One of the missions of health psychology is to help individuals identify and implement ways they can effectively change their behaviors for the better. Now, why do we say people want to change their behaviors? Because apparently most of us, all of us, are not actually contented with who we are as of the present. We can always see something that is negative, see something that is counterproductive, or in a general sense, something di ta ganahan sa ato ang kaugalingon on how we behave, on our state of things. Like, there are cases nga you really want to be what to be productive. There are cases that you really want to be the type of person nga productive, ga study, dili malate, no? You really want to be that type of person. But for some apparent reason, for some unknown reasons, dili good, right? And so there are aspects of our lives that we really want to change. Everyone, if pangutanon nimo, nagi something sa ilaha nga they really want to change. Because if you ask somebody this question, in an ideal world, no, in a world nga perfect para sa imo, unsa imong usbon, no? That question is very powerful, and you can actually use that question when you will be an RSW in the near future, labi na when you are having this consultation or counseling with a client, no, nga na personal problem, no. Isa gid sa mga question would be, in an ideal world, in a perfect world, unsay naasap perfect world nga wala sa imong karon, no? So that question is a very big question, wherein dili gyud nimo tawag discriminate ang ideal o di nimo ma-deny ang ideal o unsay kulang sa ideal and sa realistic. Okay, so before ta mo move, we have the theoretical models of change, no? For those nga walay book, palihog ko og follow lang mo, ha? So in terms of changing behavior, natay perspective or theoretical model. The first model would be the theory of reasoned action, and the second model would be the theory of planned behavior. Unsay kalainan ning duha? Number 1, theory of reasoned action. This theory suggests that effective change requires individuals to have specific intentions about their behaviors, as well as positive attitudes about a new behavior, and to perceive that their social group looks on the new behavior as well. So, explain nato ni. Sa theory of reasoned action, if a person wants to adopt a new set of behaviors, according aning model is that it requires specific intention, no, and as well as positive attitude. Example, we have a person nga gusto mo stop og drink. Gusto siya muhunong og drink og alcoholic beverage. Di na siya ganahan sa iyang status, no? Nasubraan ako, no? Sobra ra kayo akong pagkapalahubog. I want to change, no? So, sa theory of reasoned action, dapat na specific intention si person A. Nganong ganahan mo ko mo change? Why do I want to change? Dapat na purpose, na specific intention. Because if wala specific intention, then dili, according ani nga model, dili powerful ang impetus for change. Ngano man? Because wala kay specific intention. Like with the reason, nganong gusto mong nganong ni-enroll mo ka og social work nga program without any specific nga intention, well, dili kusog ang impetus. Kaya dili kusog ang push. And another is a positive attitude. So if you take on a set of behavior towards a certain goal na a specific intention, This intention must be rooted deep within the person. Di lang kay tungod tagaan kag kwarta and mo adapt na rin ka sa new set of behaviors. No. So it has to be specific intention, specific purpose. Next would be positive attitude towards the new set of behaviors. Okay? Na ay gitawag nga positive attitude, that you really want this set of attitude, or you really have to love this new set of attitudes or new set of behavior. If wala man good, if you hate the change so much, problematic na ang pag-transition. Example, tambok ka, gusto ka muniwang, but you really hate the idea of doing exercises. So what would happen is, natay gitawag nga, wala kay positive attitude towards exercising, you will hate the regimen, the new set of behaviors, and then ang mahitabo is you will hate the whole idea of being slim, or on the process of going slim, because di ka ganahan mo exercise. Wala po kay specific intention. And then thirdly would be, natay tulo ka aspect diri ha sa theory of reason action. We have specific intention, and we have positive attitude, and then the social group. Sa theory of reason action is that dapat ang social group na siya play nga role sa change. Meaning, imong friends, imong peers, imong family must also see this new set of behaviors in a positive light. Okay? That's what they said nga, if you for people who wants to quit, for example, smoking, you don't go with people who smoke. Because the idea there is, of course, makasmoke yun ka when you go with them. And if you try to quit, then they would see you in a negative light. Because, di na siya magpakisama, di na siya ganyan makipagbarkada na to by, no? So, di na siya sabay, no? Sa inyong jargon. So, what happened there is, the whole model for changing a specific butanta aspect of your life would go down the drain. No? The second model would be the theory of planned behavior. This theory includes the basic idea of the theory of reason action, no? But na siya basic idea sa reason action. So na siya specific intention, na po siya positive attitude, and na po siya gitawag ng social group. But it adds the person's perception of control over the outcome. So sa theory of planned behavior, so naka-specific intention nga, for example, if you want to quit smoking, you have the specific intention. Why do I want to quit smoking? Because makadaot sa akong family members, for example lang, no? And then positive attitude, no? So you will not be burdened with the process of quitting, because the attitude is positive towards the new behavior. And then of course your social group also will support you. And then lastly would be, you have the perception of control over the outcome, meaning that going in the process of quitting, you have the perception that you have control over what would happen, or you have control over the consequence. Okay? Dili pwede nga mo go through ka, mag-diet ka, and then gi-invite ka og birthday, and then you give the reason, kuan man good, daghan mo good pagkaon. No. So sa theory of planned behavior, you really want what? You really have a perception of control over the outcome. Nga bahalag na ay leche flan dito, or bahalag na ay gitawag nga bahalag na ay cake dito, dili jud ko magpa tempt, no? So inana, no? So duwa na siya ka model of change, and in those two models of change, of course, mas strong ang theory of planned behavior. Nga naman, because we have the perception of control. No? Dako kay ni siyang aspect in terms of changing life, no? The perception of control. For example, gamay atong kuan, bagsak ta, no? We don't really say nga bagsak ko kay maldita kay mong maestra, wala siya klaro, but we have the perception of control. Okay, we really know what happened because because we know we have control over things. So anyway, we have the stages of change model. These are the stages wherein mo undergo ka for changing your life. The first dira would be the pre-contemplation. On the stage of pre-contemplation, you have what you call, this stage occurs when the individuals are not yet genuinely thinking about changing. So wala pa ni sagi sa imong mind nga mag-try to change og behavior. So pre-contemplation, before thinking about it. So at this stage, the key objective is consciousness raising. That is getting people to realize that their current behavior is a problem. For example, you're in a therapy session, counseling session. If ang isa ka tao wala pa siya naka-realize sa iyahang behavior nga dili maayo, of course, imong buhaton is to make them realize. Muning sa pre-contemplation, wala pa sila ka-realize, you will be making them realize as to unsa ang sayo. Okay? So you would raise consciousness. Okay? So if they are in a therapy to quit smoking,
sir.
You would actually want to make them conscious about their smoking habits. So next would be contemplation. So abot na ka, imo nang na-raise ang idea, of a negative set of behavior. Next would be contemplation. You would be contemplating on, the person would be contemplating on the problem. But at the stage of contemplation, of course, some people would say nga, I want to go on a diet, but dili sila makakommit. Okay, I want to quit smoking, but di sila makakommit. I want to do this, I want to make a change out of my life, but they just want it, but they cannot commit to it. Munang contemplation nga part, wherein they are just thinking about the idea of change. But it's a good thing. Maybe they have mixed feelings about giving up a bad habit, but then again, it's a good thing because at this point, naabot na sila huna-huna. Next would be the preparation or determination. At this stage, the individuals are getting ready to take action. Getting ready. Di mo ka mo sulti dito nga, ugma, mag-diet na jud ko. Okay? Or ugma, muhunong na jud ko. Og Dota. Ugma, maghunong na jud ko ML. Ugma, magtuon na jud ko na 10 ka libro. No, you don't do that. In a stage of preparation, you prepare yourself for what will ensue, because change is always painful. Okay? Anything that's causing change is always at a certain level painful din na siya. And we have to accept reality nga naagyoy, there are some things that we have to change about ourselves. Okay? So sa determination, preparation process, we have to be ready. We have to ready ourselves nga mukumit ta sa unsa atong resolve. And then we have the action or willpower. Individuals commit to making a real behavioral change and enact a plan of effective change. Na ay plano dapat. Dili pwede nga musulti ka nga sa una makahurot ko og napulo ka kaha sa sigarilyo, karon isa na lang, and then ugma duwa na lang. No, you can't do that. There must be a plan. Unsaon imong set of steps that you have to take para ma-achieve nimo imong perceived nga goal. Okay? So another source of support, of course, you need the support, right? So you have the social network. Okay, the friends, the family, the peer, people that will make friends with people who wants the best for you. So if you want to change a certain set of behavior, okay, make friends, build relationship with people who wants the best for you. Okay. Next would be maintenance. At this stage, individuals succeed in avoiding temptation. Okay, so consistent na ka pag-pursue sa imuhang behavior. The next is maintaining it. Okay? Individuals may become skilled at anticipating tempting situation. No, so, you maintain your set of behavior. Because at some point, tao ra manggud ta, maluya ta, no, mawala tong resolve. Okay? Pwede di sa ako mag-diet ron kay gutom jud kay ko, no, na tong explanation sa tong kagalingon. Pwede man igarilyos ako kay stressed kay ko, nasa nana. Muinom sa ako karon, nihunong na kag inom din wala ka nga. I'll drink sa karon because celebration man good, no. Naay celebration nga gina held, no, so nana. So you have to maintain your butanta resolve, no. One thing about is, of course, no, as I've said, mulikayan nimo ang imong friends nga naagyapon sa ilahang old set of behaviors. So katong nag-quit og inom, of course they would stop going with friends nga gainom. So yun. Kung gusto ka mo focus sa imong academics, and then kabalo jud ka nga addict jud ka og computer games, no, you mulikay ka sa mga lugar nga daghay computeran, mulikay ka sa computeran, mulikay ka og mga tao nga, of course, no, gadula, or rather maka-reward sa imong behavior. So you maintain that. And then we have the relapse. Naagi relapse, okay? In the state of change, naagi relapse. Unsa ning relapse? Naagi failure, okay? Ma-discourage jud ka ang tao, mubalik jud sa iyang old habits. Naagi temptation nga mubalik sa imong karaan nga set of habits, and then sa relapse it will actually happen, no, for those people, no, muna gitawag nga slip up, no, nagiuban. But the thing is, this is part of the change man good, because you have to relapse in order for you to know or to feel nga sige, just to make this clear, na example si person A, ni-stop siya og using drugs, okay? So naunaan niya nga dili maayo, then gibiyaan niya yung friends nga ga do such a thing, and then the person A maintained it nga dili na gid siya mo take og illegal drugs, and then something happens sa iyang kinabuhi, no? So he has the purpose, no, butanta iyang purpose is para makahuman siya sa eskwela, and then something happened, no, that butanta something big happens sa iyang kinabuhi that made the temptation so strong to go back to using drugs, okay? The idea of relapse is that ang person nga nihunong na would somehow fail in his or her resolve, go back to the old set of behaviors, and find out if nihunong lang ba jud ka because you're forced to, or nihunong jud ka because you want to. Because pag relapse nimo and pag balik nimo sa old set of behaviors, and then you realize nga you don't enjoy it as much, it doesn't give you that much thrill or excitement, or you don't enjoy it that much, the person will realize nga change has already begun. And so part ang relapse sa change, because it's the doorway to test, or it's the portal to test whether na-adapt ba gyud ang behavior, ang new set of behavior, no, by heart, or napugos lang yun. That's why in many cases sa mga drug addicts, for example, paggawas nila og rehab centers, ang first adtuon nila is ang lugar nga makakuha og drugs, no, musuyop nganuman kay giuhaw, napugngan, gigutom sila sa feeling, no. At that point, no, waka makasulti ka nga walay real change. So pag relapse sa tao, then they feel nga di naman siya, it doesn't feel good, no. This is not good, makasulti ang tao. This is not right, no. So at that point na test nimo imuhang kaugalingon. No, but that's easier said than done, because in terms of addiction, no, lisod kaayo, because ang at some point usaya sa uban ang relapse would be a pitfall, mubalik na pud sa cycle, mubalik na pud, no. So katong case nga gihatag sa inyo katong drug addict who became a professor, right? So daghay points of relapse sa iyahang kinabuhi, no. When your life breaks apart, no, nga ni-adapt na kag change, and then it breaks apart sa unahan, dako kay ang chance nga mo relapse gyud, because wala kay escape, wala na you are forced to confront reality. And what do you have, no? What do you have for yourself? Of course, the reality nga you're on your own, no. So what would happen is, for some people, they would be so weak to confront reality nga mobalik silang karaan nga set of behavior. Mas may pa daytong inaani ko kay wala ko'y responsibility. Mas may pa tong inaani ko kay dili ko masakitan, no, or dili ko walay gi-expect ang mga tao sa ako. So inana, no. So that's the thing with relapse po. No, it becomes a pitfall towards a negative loophole. A negative loop. Patod pa sa psychology, there's two loops. Negative loop and positive loop, no? So negative loop is when you relapse and you spiral down out of control. Positive loop is when you succeed, no? Even with relapse, you succeed in creating a life change, no? So we have tools of effective life change. What are these tools? Ako lang nini explain, no? Self-efficacy, the individual's belief that he or she can master a situation and produce positive outcomes. No, so self-efficacy is different from self-esteem. Self-esteem would be how you see your self-worth. Self-efficacy would be your perception of control over the outcomes sa imuhang kinabuhi. Your perception of control, no? So self-efficacy affects behavior in many areas of people's lives, ranging from solving personal problems to going on diets, no? So because the self-efficacy mo good, if low imong self-efficacy, for example, you go into college and then low imong self-efficacy, no? So if low imong self-efficacy, you don't believe in yourself nga kaya nimo ang mga task pambuhatan sa college, and so it affects how you behave, it affects how you treat challenges, it affects how you treat your teachers, no? So inana, or how you perceive your teachers. If you have high self-efficacy, you perceive nga although kabalo ko, you would say to yourself that although kabalo ko lisod ang mga tasks, I believe nga kaya nako buhaton sila on my own or with the help of others. But sa self-efficacy is that mainly you would believe in yourself nga kayahon nimo. Okay? So that's self-efficacy. Next is motivation. Okay, of course, no? Motivation would be what? The fuel that, balikan na to ang general psychology, right? Motivation is the fuel that pushes a behavior towards a direction. So, okay? So it does not push the behavior nga in any direction, no? It is gitawag nga motivation is an orienting factor. It pushes the behavior towards a certain direction. Gusto ka ma-social work, so niskwela ka og social work program, and then padulong ka dito nga direction. Dili ka musulti nga gusto ka ma-social work and then nag nursing ka or nag-crim ka, no? So motivation is a very strong nga factor in pushing people. But then again, pushing people towards a certain direction. But then again, no, lahi-lahi pud ta categories for motivation. Okay, napunta intrinsic, napunta extrinsic motivation, no, daghan. But then again, if isulti na ako ni balik, internal, external and internal nga motivators, mas kusog ang internal kaysa sa external. So external would be, of course, you have money, things, tangible things, Sa internal motivation, you have self-esteem, self-worth, personal sense of achievement, no? So, lain siya. Okay, so why, for example, the question is, why do you want to finish college? Of course, no? Diyan niyo makita ng motivator sa mga tao. Others would be, I want to be respected by my family, first, no? So you have that, no? You have personal sense of achievement, the feeling na kayo ma-achieve on your own, no? So, and also you have the external motivators, no? Kung mag-graduate sila college in time, tagaan sila motor, tagaan sila o sakyanan, no? Medyo rich na. Anyway, balay, no? The idea is mas kusgan ang push sa inner, because what happens if ma-fail ang reward at the end of the motivation, at the end of the task, no? So you're motivated to, sige na, tagaante ka og house and lot anak, kumahuman ka og eskwela, and then at the end of the task, nahuman kag eskwela, walay house and lot, no? So that would be a negative spiral nga loop, because you would be thinking that any task nga imong ginahimo, ang iyang outcome nga promise, there's a chance nga dili mahitabo. Okay, so defining motivation, these are self-explanatory naman. Internal, external drive that prompts a person to behavior, the ability to initiate and persist towards a chosen objective, putting 100% of your time, effort, and energy and focus into goal attainment, you know, and such. So, impact of motivation. So, impact of motivation, first is that preparation to make the change. It prepares the person to make the change sa ilang kinabuhi, because they're so motivated to adopt a certain set of values and behavioral patterns. Next, with patience in giving yourself time for the change to occur. With stronger motivation, you have stronger patience in giving yourself time to grow. Kana. Because you will not be good at it. No, if you want to change, if you want to adopt a new set of behavior, the thing is you will not be good at it. Kung dili ka mahilig basketball, dayon tagagag bula din dito ka sa basketball court, no, chances are dili ka kabalo modula, no, chances are batik kay katanawon modula, or dili ka ka-shoot, or di ka kabalo mo dribble, no, or mapiang ka kung pasahan kag bula, no, daghay pwede may tabo. But then again, you have the patience. You have to have the patience to grow. Of course, it's your first time. No? Parehas din sa inyong thesis pohon ka, sa inyong mga studies, sa inyong research pohon, no? Of course, but daghan may estudyante gud nga dili magpa-check og research kay mahadlok. Mahadlok na sayop. Of course, daghan nagsayop kay first time ninyo. Di niyo taga-adlaw gahimo og research, right? Dili taga-adlaw maghimo og thesis. Of course, daghay sayo, no? If you are asked to do something for the first time, for the first few steps, daghan yun nagsayop. And so, give yourself the patience to grow. Okay, so sakto, okay ra ni, no? Do not take it personally nga. If ignon ka to develop some aspect of your craft, ma-offenden ka. No, don't get offended. Give yourself the patience. Sige lang, I'm still growing, no? So, inana. Persistence when old habits and patterns resist your effort. You have to persist, no? Even if nibabag sa imong old habits and patterns. An example ani would be mag-study na ko, and then pag-study nimo, since online and digital, nag-open og Facebook. Okay, mo ka mag-open na og Facebook para mag-check og notification. Nag-check og notification, ni-reply sa notification. And then i-reply pag yun, and then nag-share og memes, and then at the end of the night walay na human. So persistence, you have to persist on adapting the new set of behaviors, no, bahalag mo babag ang imong old pattern. Then perseverance in overcoming obstacles and setbacks. Naagi setbacks class, not only in your academics but in life. Nagi setbacks. There will always be setbacks. There will always be pitfalls, obstacles that will be in your way towards your goal. So, you have to overcome those obstacles. Dili ka magpapildi. Do not let it win. That's what they say. No? Lifestyle that supports the changes. Okay, so you also have to adopt a certain set of lifestyle changes. Then, ultimate achievement of the desired changes. Of course, you have the with motivation, the achievement would be better. imagine if uphill kayo imong gisaka, pag-abot nimo sa pinnacle, sa top sa mountain, no, mas dako ang achievement, sacrifice, of course, the mas satisfying ang imong sense of achievement. Okay, so we have the motivational matrix, no. You have the internal positive, no, so desire for passion, satisfaction, self-validation, and then the second would be external positive, no. So external positive meaning you will be given something. So the internal positive, you will be given something that is internal. It's desire, passion, purpose, self-validation, no, personal sense of achievement. Sa external positive, you have financial rewards, no, recognition from others, and then we have internal negative, no. So sa internal negative, something would be taken out of you, no, or for example, you would be branded as a failure, no, so that's internal negative. You would be feeling inadequate about yourself, or you would be insecure about yourself if you don't do this, okay, so that's internal negative. External negative is loss of relationship or job, insufficient respect from other people, no, so that. So those are the four matrices of motivation. And then lastly, effort versus goals. Which one would win in that aspect? Of course, it would be the effort, no. So it must match inani mo gani. If dagko imong goals, imong effort mag-match dapat sa imong goals. Dili pwede nga gamay imong effort and then giant kay imong goals, no. Of course, you wouldn't achieve anything from that. So you must have effort versus goals. Mas kusog dapat ang atong effort if mas dagko atong goals. If gagmay atong goals, of course, you could do nga gamay ra ang effort.